So Manchester United finally have back-to-back wins under Ruben Amorim, but can they make it 3 on the bounce against Brighton on the Saturday night football? It'll be a massive day for Bruno Fernandes as he makes his 300th appearance for the club, and today Amorim has revealed just what an influence Bruno is at the club.
What I was expecting, everything you read about the player sometimes is not that. You can understand sometimes, and I already spoke about that. The frustration that he feels is because he wants to help a lot the teammates. Sometimes it's not the best way, but he comes from a good place, and you don't know that when you are not here. He wants the responsibility all the time. He suffered a lot with the losses. Every time we don't win a game, you can feel it that he take it personally, as you should be as a captain. He's a great leader, a great footballer. Let's see if he's going to reach that mark tomorrow.
Well, speaking on his future amid reports that he could leave next summer, right? So Bruno has said, as I've always said, I feel good here. I want to achieve my dreams still, but obviously I can't talk by the side of the club. I've seen a lot of news. I've seen people talking that I had an agreement to go already next season. Now, if the club has done that agreement, it wasn't made with me. He goes on to say, my agent knows how I work, so if he wants to talk to me, it'll be after the World Cup, because until then, I won't speak to anyone. I like that. Yeah. Not speaking to anyone until the World Cup. I like that he's putting a message out there to speak to his own agent. I've never seen that one before. But look, Ash, you know, when it comes to Bruno, should United try and keep Bruno Fernandes at their club at all costs?
Yep, definitely. I think he's dragged them through all these hard times. I think I think the manager nails it. Sometimes it's so frustrating watching him because he does so much and it kind of pulls the team out. But I do think it's for the right reasons. I do think he tries to lead by example always. He always wants the ball, maybe too much at times where he can be a bit ill-disciplined within the shape that Amorim wants. But why would you let someone like that go? I don't think he's a top quality midfield player, one of the best in the league. They would be silly, I think, in the position they're in, to let Bruno Fernandes go. I don't think he wants to go necessarily. He's kind of stuck by Manchester United. He always comes out, he always fronts it up, even through the tough times. And it would be a big blow for the club if he went.
As you said, do you not think if he is causing that little bit of disruption within the formation, within the tactics, who's at fault for that then? Is it the manager or is it him?
Well, it's probably a little bit of both, but I think it's his eagerness to affect the game, and he breaks position too early possibly, so he can't play in one of the two deeper roles, and he doesn't quite fit the 10s because he wants to drop back and get the ball. So that's a problem, but that's for the coach, I think. So that's if you've got a player that can't perform, it doesn't have the ability to perform in that. I think he does. He's got to be a little bit more disciplined. So it's for the coach to explain to him and show, look, you've left your position too early there, which causes a problem for everybody else, or whatever it might be. Just show him, and I'm sure he'll get the gist of it. But that's what I see with Bruno Fernandes in that Manchester United team. He's so eager to get a goal or to press, or sometimes it's a foul that he gives away in his frustration, and everybody's like, why has he done that? He's the captain. Well, he feels it he's feeling the pressure, and he's trying to affect the game. Yeah,
I mean, anyway, Julian, I know you love your fantasy football. Yeah, he is the most frustrating player ever because you always want to put him in, and it just doesn't quite come off. I mean, do you think he's still such a key part to this United team?
Yeah, I think he is, and to go back to his positioning and where he's being used, I think this is not his best position. He should be better. He would be better as one of the 2 10s behind whoever the striker. But they have nobody as good passer as him. That's why he has to play deeper next to Casemiro or Ugarte or whoever. That double pivot is so important in a Ruben Amorim system and formation that you need him there, but you also would need him as a 10 closer to the opposition box. That's where he influences the game so much. That's why he hasn't scored enough or even assisted enough so far this season. That's the conundrum that I think Amorim has. Ideally, he would use him as a 10, but right now he has to use him in that double pivot because there's just nobody else as good as him in that position.